Hero Academia, The Rising of the Shield Hero. These are two popular animes that a lot of fans have loved a lot. And though many people have made series of what if Deku was a shield hero, I was wondering something. What if Ejiro Kirishima became the shield hero? What would happen if we gave the sturdy hero and the most durable shield ever? So, I just want to say, thank you for joining me on this video. I still haven't been able to watch most of the Shield Hero. I've only watched like 3 episodes. So it's gonna take a while to be able to make these. So anyways, with that out of the way, let's begin. What if Ejiro Kirishima became the Shield Hero? So we start off after... what shall we start it off after? Well, we started off after Class 1A versus Class 1B, where we see Kirishima in the library, looking for books to study. His friend Bakugo had made him go to the library to go get some books so he can study for stuff. Because there was also a quiz coming up, so Kirishima wanted to be prepared. While he was looking through all the books, he saw an aisle of made up heroes and stuff. Almost like manga. He wanted to pick one out, so he decided to look through them. And then a book caught his attention. He picked the book out. He read the cover. The 4 Cardinal Heroes. Kirishima wondered, who wrote this? This book looks very old, but I'm interested to know what it's like. Curious, Kirishima opened the book. And the book read that once upon a time there were 4 cardinal heroes summoned from another world with their respective weapons. The legendary weapons: the bow, the spear, the sword, and the shield. That last one kind of made Kirishima curious. Yeah, but a shield isn't really a weapon. It's more like armor, if anything. But hey, I'm not complaining. So, he read some of the stories about the other heroes, but when it came to the shield hero, he realized the pages were blank. Huh? Did somebody vandalize this book? Why are all the pages blank? Or maybe the author didn't even finish this. Maybe there's something here I could find. He begins to flip more pages when suddenly a bright light emanates from the book. And Kirishima had to close his eyes as to block out the light. And then all of a sudden, Kirishima was gone. And the book dissipated. Where did Kirishima go? Kirishima didn't know where he was. He felt himself land on his back as he opens his eyes. Where am I? Wait, what happened? He begins to look around and looks down at himself. And then, to his surprise, there was a shield right on his arm. he tries to pull it off, but it wouldn't work. As in, he hears, "Great, the summoning was a success. Oh, brave heroes, will you please help us from this terrible evil?" What? As then Kirishima would look around him to see 3 other people. One with the spear, one with the sword, and one with the bow. As then Kirishima placed the 2 things together. That book he just read, didn't it say about the legendary weapons? And that summoning from another world? Kirishima was very confused, but doesn't know if this was a villain's doing, just giving him illusions, or if this actually happened. But nonetheless, he decides to keep to himself for now, as he doesn't know what might happen. And then the weird people with the hoods on would take the heroes to meet the king. While they were walking, Kirishima gets a glimpse of the whole kingdom, and he wonders, what is this place? I don't think I'm in Japan anymore. And then they finally meet the king. "Hello there, heroes. I am the king of Melchamark. But as you see, we have summoned you because we need your help from this destruction we call the waves. Will you please state your names, please?" As then, the bow hero would go first. "I am Itsuki." The second, "I am Ren." And I'm Motoyasu. But when it was Kirishima's turn, the king said, "Great, now let's get... Wait a minute." As then Kirishima would speak up, "Pardon me, your majesty, but you sort of forgot me." And then the king would look over to Kirishima. "Oh yes, my apologies. So what was your name?" "I'm Ejiro Kirishima," he says with his sharky smile. "Okay, now let's get things started." As in, the king would start to explain the waves, and that they can't team up with each other, so they will have to form parties, and the king will supply them with people from other places that will aid them in their battles. They will also be given a salary each month. And so, with that out of the way, the cardinal heroes are then escorted to their room. I guess when you're heroes of legend, you're treated as kind of special, said Motoyasu. "Doesn't this all look like a video game to you?" says Kirishima. "That's because it is," replied Ren. As in, he would say what it was, say the kind of game he was playing that was like this world. The others were a bit confused and then saying, "Never heard of it." "Really? But it's the most popular game ever." others start to comment their own respective games. Kirishima didn't necessarily play so many games, just a few RPG games, and that's it. With them getting nowhere from this, they decide to trade respective knowledge. And then they came to the realization that each one of them is from a parallel world of Japan. Kirishima didn't want to get the whole quirk thing involved, since he doesn't know if this was. He still doesn't know if this is a villain's doing. So he decides to keep it to himself for now. And then we'll also say, well, sucks to be Kirishima over there. Kirishima confused. Why? Oh, what do you mean? What's wrong? And Tayasu replied, it's because of the shield. Sorry to say this, but people with who are in the class of shields is for losers. Kirishima would get a little bit ticked off of this and say, What? What do you mean, losers? What's wrong with the shield? And then Tayasu would reply, well, come on, your attack stats are very low. And every time you attack, it might be not keep up with us. Kirishima would reply, yeah, but at least I have high defense. At least I won't get one-shotted. As he remembers the time of battling Rappa and the time he was caught off guard when he went into his unbreakable state and he was easily punched out of his unbreakable state. One-shotted. And then, the defense is okay, but an attack, Matayasu would say, and Kirishima would say, it doesn't matter. Even though I have low attack, I still got the defense to make up for it. I'll just have to form a party with reliable members, and I'll be able to protect them from monsters that attack in close range. And then the next day would arrive, and then as they are all brought back to the king and given their money, and then they are given their party members. The king explains how the choosing of teammates would be like. And so the people decide to choose their heroes. But then Kirishima realizes, wait, why isn't anybody in my team? As Itsuki would reply, maybe it's because some people just underestimate the shield and aren't willing to be able to team up with you. Kirishima would scratch the back of his head. Yeah, but at least I have the high defense, but how am I supposed to make this work if I have no teammates? But then all of a sudden, a girl with reddish, pinkish hair would raise her hand and say, excuse me, spear hero, but may I join the shield hero? As everyone would look at her. Yeah, sure. As Monte also would reply, as then the girl would approach Kirishima. Hi there. I hope we can work good together. Kirishima not relieved to reply, yeah, I hope so. As in everything is all in set and they all leave to go get ready. As in the first thing that Kirishima and the girl did was go to a blacksmith. By the way, the girl would introduce her as Malty, and just tells her to call her mine. As in Kirishima would approve. As in they go to a blacksmith. As then the blacksmith would greet them. Hello, what can I do for you? And Kirishima would say, well, we're looking for some equipment. Can you give us some armor and weapons we can look at? The blacksmith would nod and say, right on it. And then he would bring a bunch of armors and swords. Kirishima would go to pick up a sword, but at the moment he did, and a red electric shock would occur. Kirishima confused. Huh? As then he goes to pick up another sword, and the same thing would happen. What's going on? Why can't I pick up the sword? As then the menu would pop up saying, a cardinal hero cannot use a weapon besides their own. This would confuse Kirishima. Huh? What is that supposed to mean? The blacksmith would reply, I think it's because it must be like a rule to being a cardinal hero. Like, for example, a sword hero cannot use a shield. So it makes perfect sense why you're not able to wield a sword. Kirishima a little bit upset about this, but knows he can still fight with his fists. Okay, I guess I'll just get some armor and do you think you have any like gloves or something to protect my hands? And then the blacksmith would get some stuff. You can imagine whatever Kirishima wears, because I'm not going through all the trouble to draw what kind of design he would wear. As then they get all the equipment they need, and they go on to hunt some monsters. Kirishima and Malty would go to the fields, and then some monster balloons will go up and try to bite Kirishima. But as soon as they did, Kirishima felt nothing. And then he grabs one and punches it. It doesn't pop at all, but he does it like 9 more times. And then the balloon monster would pop. As in, I'm a little bit surprised at this. I wonder, a regular shield hero, wait. Oh, I'm messing this up. The previous shield hero could only punch it 30 times. And then the blue monster would pop. But this guy, he punched it 10 times. Yeah, maybe he's better than the last one? I'm not sure. And then Kirishima would start to grind up more and more XP, eventually leveling up to level 3. And then they would go to a place to get some money, as they would sell the balloon fragments for some coppers. As then they would go into an inn and get some food. Multi tries to encourage Kirishima to drink, as she does, but Kirishima refuses, knowing that he's still too young to drink alcohol. And then after they finish eating, they go to their rooms to go to sleep. The very next day, early in the morning, he hears a knock on his door. Kirishima wakes up and looks around, only to see that everything was stolen. Oh no, I think I was robbed. What happened? Shield hero, you have been summoned by the king. Get out here now. Kirishima will wonder, wait, for what? What happened? As the guard would kick down the door. That's for you to find out. As they would grab Kirishima's arms and drag him. A few moments later, they drag Kirishima to the castle, and what he sees is an upset king, and a crying Multi, with all of the other heroes looking at him in disgust and anger. Huh? What's going on? Well, what happened? As then the king would reply, don't give me that crap. You know just what you did. As then Kirishima wonder, what did I do? Multi, can you please tell me what you said? It was like last night, and the shield hero was drunk, and he suddenly walked into my room and forced me down and stripped off my clothes and tried to assault me. It took a lot of effort, but I managed to break free and run away. Kirishima was dumbfounded. Wait, what? What are you talking about? I didn't even drink any alcohol. The king would say, silence. You should be ashamed of yourself. And you call yourself a hero? How dare you try to rape my daughter? And then Kirishima would say, wait, daughter? As Kirishima is dumbfounded again. Wait, that? What? As then Kirishima would say, wait a minute. Is there even any evidence? Like, why are you accusing me of trying to rape her? Like, I didn't do any of that stuff. What? Are you seriously really accusing me of doing that stuff? I'm still a kid. Why would I do that stuff? I'm not even old enough to drink alcohol. As then the knights would come and say, sir, we found some evidence of the crime. We see that there was something sticky on her bed, and this. As they reveal some underwear. As then Kirishima, with his jaw open, say, wait, no, that's a lie. Like, really, didn't you even ask anybody else if they heard anything? Like, what the heck? Silence. said the king. I should execute you right on the spot, but we have no time to waste. The waves are coming and we need more heroes than 3. Kirishima will say, well, why don't you send me back to my world and then get a new shield hero? He would say. Kirishima would say, I wish I could, but unfortunately, due to spell and I cannot transport you back. Kirishima would say, wait, you can't? What am I gonna do now? How do I get back home? The king would say, I don't know, but as much as I would want to send you back, I literally can't until the waves are done. So until then, your punishment is that you will no longer be able to live a decent life in the kingdom. News has already spread about your crime, and you should know that none of the people are going to be willing to accept your kindness. So be prepared. Now get out of my castle. As in, the guards would grab Kirishima and they throw him out. Kirishima, now confused and upset, and he was starting to feel what Bakugo felt the moment he was accused of being villainous. Kirishima felt enraged. He felt just like Bakugo. What is wrong with them? They believed that I don't even know what to say anymore. And then he remembers getting a glimpse of Malte's face, pulling her eyelid down and sticking out her tongue with an evil smile. Kirishima gritted his teeth in anger as he suddenly instinctively hardened his hands. That B word. I can't believe she was behind this. I can't believe they stupidly trusted her word, believed her, all those lies. It was all a lie. This is all her fault. She never wanted to be my friend. She just wanted to ruin my reputation. She just wanted me to suffer. Kirishima now getting a new confidence as he stands up with an angry face. These people are blindly listening to a spoiled princess. Well, I'll show them. I'll show everyone. I'll find a way to clear my name and to show that I'm not a rapist. But until then, he looks at his hands. I'm gonna get stronger. I don't care if I'm just a shielder or my attack is... No, I still got my quirk. And I will do everything I can to continue to get stronger. Because I am the shield hero, Red Riot. Yes, and he stomps out of... He starts to aggressively walk out of the kingdom as people were looking at him in disgust, and some even turned away. Kirishima started to get more and more aggressive. He just wasn't himself anymore. He started to get slightly more aggressive, just halfway Bakugo. As then, all of a sudden, he feels a punch on his face. You bastard! I heard what you did. as Kirishima looked at the blacksmith with an angry face. You know, you got some guts for trying to even rape a royalty member. Do you really think just because you're a hero, it means you can do whatever you want? Well, think again. He tries to go for another punch, but Kirishima blocks him with his shield as he punches the blacksmith in the nose with his hardened fist, as it sends him tumbling down. Listen here, blacksmith. I didn't do anything. Look, as long as that princess keeps on making up lies, you have to trust me. But if you're not willing to trust me, then I'll just have to do this all by myself. The blacksmith looks into Kirishima's eyes and sees that it is generally the truth. Can't believe I'm saying this, but I do kind of actually believe in you. That prince was always kind of spoiled, but maybe that's just in her nature or something. Maybe that's just her. Anyways, I'll forget about the whole thing. It's probably not good to judge. But anyways, you are welcome back to my blacksmith. I'm not gonna raise the prices or anything, but I'm here if you need some equipment. Then Kirishima nods his head in approval. And then Kirishima gets to work. Time to show this world what a real hero is made of. As then, for the next couple of weeks or days, or I don't know how long, he starts to go into the forest more and more often. He starts pummeling, like hardening his fists and pummeling each and every single balloon monster he comes across. They didn't give much XP, but it was better than nothing. He also goes to kill a bunch more animals. And he starts to learn more of the shield hero's skills. Like, the shield skills, like, he finds out that he can put stuff into his shield and unlock new shields. As he learns to create minor health potions, and he learns how to create those, and soon he also grabs an old rope and puts it into a shield and gets a rope shield. So I think this is much early on than Naofumi did. And so Kirishima is still leveling up, constantly using his unbreakable state in order to push his limits. As then he would reach level 7. He would often sell everything he got from the monsters that he often killed. But some of the people often lowered the values of what the item was, or increased their prices on their merchandise. Since Kirishima has become a bit more aggressive, he would show them his true power by hardening his skin and scratching them on the face. Well, just a small cut. And then he would bring it to them and force the shopkeepers to pay him a good amount or decrease the prices, as he would big face that somehow resembles a scary shark. And the shopkeepers were forced to have to pay a good amount, and as they do not want to feel the wrath of the shield devil, is what they've been calling him now. One day when some crooks were trying to team up with them, Kirishima beats them up, and all of a sudden he hears a voice. Well, if it isn't the shield hero. Now what do you say I give you something? And then Kirishima would turn around to see a short man with a top hat and purple on his clothes. And then he would look and reply, what can you give me that can be of use? As the man would smile. Oh, you'll know very well how good this would be. So come on, let me show you what I could offer you that may be of use. And then Kirishima follows the man in as they get to his place. As then Kirishima, after taking one good look, he feels sick to his stomach. What is this? Kirishima asked. Why, it's my sale. I am more known to be a slave merchant, so I would like to offer you a slave. Kirishima feels very uneasy and a bit upset, as Kirishima will say, I think I'll pass. Kirishima might not have the greatest grades, but he did read some history, and knowing that humans would often enslave other humans and as they would become slaves, and he does not want to get into the slave business. Come on now, shield hero. I insist. Besides, a slave of your own might actually help you in battle. I heard that your attack stat was low, so maybe getting a slave and training them up would also benefit you in attack. Kirishima thinks about this. He really doesn't want to enslave up someone, but he has no choice as he can't keep doing this alone. Just what kind of slaves do you got? As in, the man would smile. Well, glad you asked. I have a variety of them, including demi-humans and beastmen. Take a look around. And then he would begin to show off some beastmen and demi-humans. As then Kirishima would ask to see some demi-humans that were cheap and obedient to work with. These are the cheapest slaves I can offer you. As then Kirishima looks to see a little girl with raccoon ears and a tail, as she was coughing a lot. As in Kirishima would say, raise your head. As in the raccoon girl would cough a few more times and then raise her head. That raccoon girl, well, she's just sick as a dud. And her previous master had a lot of fun with her. But she's not long for this world. Soon the sickness will give it to her. Kirishima feeling some pity and feeling sad that such a little girl wasn't going to last much longer. How much do you want for her? As then Kirishima would say. As then they would get this over with, and the slave merchant would then put the slave crest on her. And then Kirishima would ask, "Alright, now what is your name?" The little girl hesitates a little, but eventually says, "Raftalia." As then Kirishima nods. Okay, now let's go. As then Kirishima picks up the girl and leaves and pays the right amount that she costed. And Kirishima would then go to the blacksmith to get her some clothes and a weapon. Ah, there you are, Kirishima. How you been? And who's the young little girl there? As he would see the little raccoon girl hiding behind Kirishima. And then Kirishima will say, "This is just Raftalia. Do you have any clothes that fit her? Oh, and can you also get her a short sword?" As he asks, and then the blacksmith obliges. And then he goes to get some clothes and the cheap sword that was short but easy to work with. And then Raftalia gets changed, and then Kirishima just pulls out a balloon monster he got, which obviously didn't do literally anything, because as you know, Kirishima's body is like able to harden, and since this whole time it's gotten a bit more durable than before, and even without his hardening quirk, they still weren't doing anything to him. Like, he didn't feel any pain or anything. And then he holds the balloon monster. Okay, now let's see what you can do. Draw your sword and try to pop this. It's okay if you don't do it on the first try. Just try your best. And then Raftalia, but not her head, pulls out her sword and tries to pop it, but she gets sent back a little. And then Kirishima will say, "Come on, you can do it. I know it's a bit hard for you, but just let's try again, okay? Just try to put a bit more force into it." Then Raftalia would get her sword and then pop the balloon. Alright. That's good. Now, come on, let's go. Yeah, we should probably get some XP. And, because the waves aren't gonna wait much longer. Don't know how long it's gonna take, but we gotta get ready. And then they would leave. And then they stop at a nearby restaurant. Kirishima orders the cheapest meal and a kid's meal. And then Raftalia begins to eat. And just Kirishima just smiling at this in his mind. Cute. To be continued. Anyways, guys, this was one part of what if Kirishima became the shield hero. Don't know how good this is gonna be, but I hope you liked it. Comment down below if you want me to continue with this series, as I did want to do this for a little while now. I mean, combining the most sturdiest beings in their respective animes and seeing what would happen if I combine the two. And it looks like Kirishima might really become the most unbreakable person in the universe. Or just their world. I don't know. Anyways, I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all later.